And what is going on, everybody? It is Tuesday, which means it's time for the Tuesday Takeover. I am Scott Moran, the co-founder here at Samcart. With me, up above my head, Brady Bunch style, is Jordan P. Anderson and Taylor Danielle from Team Samcart. Guys, what is going on?
Welcome.
What up?
We're working to the last minute, Scott. We were like, it's 4:01. We gotta go live. We gotta go live.
We were cranking away. Welcome back, Taylor. You're back with us after a brief hiatus. People were very worried, but we're excited to have you back.
Glad to be back.
Glad to be back. That's right. So, today, who is this guy? Jordan, let everybody know. Again, Tuesday Takeover, this is us. This is what we do. We're diving in. We're talking about how awesome creators are monetizing their own brands using digital products. And today we have what I think is going to be a killer example is not only someone who is really good at building audiences, someone who talks and helps and trains and is a great follow and, whatever, but someone who is clearly doing a good job of this on their own and monetizing their audience, doing that kind of stuff is who's this handsome gent in the glasses? This very serious.
That's right. This is a digital creator, digital writer, maybe not friend of a show, or friend of a show. He's in the Ship 30 universe. So this is how I got introduced to Justin Welsh. He's an online writer. I think he's a graduate of Ship 30, or kind of, there's kind of contemporaries, I guess is the right word. But anyway, he's making tons of money online, selling his digital writing templates. He's on Twitter. He's on LinkedIn. He is making, I think in the last 5 months, he's made over $200,000 selling his online writing course. And it's our mission today to get him up to $500,000 in the next 5 months. I think we can do it.
Here's how we go. So yeah, we're basically going to dive in. We're going to take a look at Justin's business. We have links to, I believe, right, his social, like underneath this video, if anybody wants to go follow him on Twitter. He's big on LinkedIn as well. Like definitely go check him out. He's a great follow, always sharing good content, great writer, and definitely has a lot of really good stuff to do. But yeah,
I'll drop it here in the chat.
Time to dive in. Dive in the chat. There we go. So you guys can go check him out. Again, it seems, LinkedIn is sort of his big channel. Twitter obviously very, very big as well, but yeah, definitely if you're in either of those spots, go give him a follow, give him a shout out. Justin does a great job. So yeah, I'm Scott Moran. I'm the co-founder here at Samcart. We are the e-commerce platform for creators, and every day we get inside looks and views into how awesome creators are monetizing their audience, how much they're making, so you can benchmark against how they're doing and learn from those lessons, right? And so, with me is Taylor Danielle from Team Samcart. You're going to be seeing more and more of Taylor out on our forward-facing content, helping awesome customers all day. And then, of course, Jordan P. Anderson, our lead creative producer here in Samcart land.
That's right. You can't forget the P. Gotta go with the P.
Need the P. I always wonder, I don't know, Jordan, I have no idea what your middle name is, but at some point, I think, did I put the P on there and we just never took it off? How did that happen?
Oh no, I'm all about SEO. So Jordan Anderson is a NASCAR race car driver, and that's not me. I am Jordan P. Anderson, the online videographer, video editor extraordinaire. So, gotta keep it separate. I gotta own my channel. Gotta own it.
That was a wonderfully
Did you get it locked on YouTube though?
From me and Taylor at the same time there. I like that one. I like it. Well, let's talk about what we're here to do today, right? Today, we do this thing called the Samcart Takeover, right? Taylor, walk the people through the paces. What is the Samcart Takeover? What are we trying to do here right now?
Yeah, all we're doing is we're looking at different types of creators and helping you guys understand how they either monetize and created these large channels, or if you're a smaller channel, how to make your own money. Because we all know that being on different types of platforms is great, but nothing's better than owning your own stuff and making money for it. So we like to look at different types of creators, from celebrities to smaller ones up and coming, and kind of break down how they're running their business, some tips and tricks on what they're doing and how you can make it even better, especially if you want to use Samcart. Shameless plug.
That's right. And Scott, I'm going to interrupt you before you jump in. If you're watching this right now, folks, if you're out there and this is the first time you're watching, type the word first in the chat. And something we're starting now is, if you've been here before, this is a second takeover, third, fourth, 10th.
OG.
Type OG in the chat. So we got some OGs already.
I think my favorite is that Alan literally put in OG in the chat before you even had a chance to say anything about it. So Alan, well played, my man. He's been there. Played. I like that.
And throughout the show, we're gonna try to guess my middle name, and so far, striking out. Not Philip, not Preston.
I'm going with
Patrick.
All right, we will reveal at the end of the show. So stick around, folks. We're gonna reveal my middle name at the very end. We got some firsts, we got some OGs, folks. Throughout this, if you're chatting throughout and you hear something cool, we're dropping some business knowledge here for you, folks. Type your aha moment. You can type the word aha, or you can just type aha dash. I learned $1 per subscriber per year is my metric, or whatever business insight that you find. But take notes for the class because this chat is replayed for future visitors. And let's get started. I feel like we're it's like we're reading the rules of the board game. And you're like, yo, let's play. Let's play the game. Let's play the
get right
game.
into it. Okay, so listen, today the whole goal here for us, right? I'll make myself a little bigger here on this point, right? The whole goal of what we're gonna do here today is to take a look at Justin's business, who we do not work with. Justin is not like, it's not a same card customer. We're not working with him. It's just outside perspective, looking at someone's business. And we're gonna take a look and try to answer 4 questions, right? And in those 4 questions are gonna be major lessons for all of you guys watching about how do you grow an audience, make money from them, and then make more money from that audience than you ever thought possible, right? Which really takes us to question number 1, which is what is the opportunity, okay? And that really break that down into a couple of pieces. How big is their audience is the big main question there, okay? Add it up. Social media followings, email lists, what niche or industry they're in. It's like all of those things basically come down to what is the opportunity, right? So, that's what I really want to dive into first. So let's go ahead, Jordan, bring up Miro, and we're just going to dive right into this,
Boom.
right? We'll actually share, you guys that are OG folks here will know that we'll get a chance to share some of this mind map that we put together here, right? But this is Justin. So if I go ahead and here we go. So we talk about what's the opportunity, right? For me, that all starts on Justin's Twitter account. Okay. Justin's Twitter account is right here. He's got about 230,000 followers, is what we're looking at right this very second. He
Nice.
has a email list in which he is, at least claiming. I'm not saying it's false by any means. I just can't verify it. I don't know. But he's saying 55,000 people are on his email list, newsletter subscribers, and then of course he has this whole LinkedIn audience, Jordan, which is like another 250 or something, right? It's like something in that ballpark.
Several thousand. Yeah, he's been jamming on LinkedIn for the last year or so, and LinkedIn's a fast. You can if you dial it in right on LinkedIn, you can grow very quickly.
Yep. So, if we're looking at what's the opportunity, basically what we're going to do is we're going to add these things up, okay, and just get a sense of it, right? So let's just assume that LinkedIn, which again, we should have looked and seen on LinkedIn how many he's got here, right? But let's just assume it's another $50,000, $60,000. We're essentially looking at someone who probably should be making $350,000 a year. And how do we get there, right? Taylor, we always do this number and we add everything up like this, right? Let everybody know, how do we get to 350 and like what does that mean to somebody who's watching this but maybe doesn't have that big of an audience?
Yeah, our baseline rule is 1 subscriber, follower, unique listener equals $1. So roughly taking all of his followers, putting it all together, email list, all of that. Roughly, this should be about as much as you should be making. He's probably making way more, to be very fair. But this is a great metric to even base your own, accounts with, of how many followers do you have across all of your platforms. And the aim is to at least get $1 from those followers per year.
For sure. And I think that's more of a baseline, right? I think, Justin is someone who is advanced, is doing a great job, which is why we're excited to kind of dive in and show you guys what is he doing that is working for him, right? Because my guess is that Justin is probably someone who is pulling in 350 per year, and again, that's more of a baseline. $1 per subscriber per year. There are SAM card creators doing 5, 10, 20, 30, 40, dollars per subscriber per year, right? So if you are sitting there on somebody and you're thinking, I've got a 1,000 person audience, right? Basically what we're saying is that you have a very strong side hustle going on and the opportunity to turn something into a full-time business, even with that small of an audience, right? So let's take a look next, okay? The next question we always try to answer is, what are they promoting? And so what we're going to do is basically just follow the breadcrumbs. Like we're going to go from we're going to start kind of at Justin's Twitter account and just show you guys, how does this person go about turning social media followers into subscribers? And then all importantly, how do they monetize, right? How are they doing that? So if we bring that back over here, right? If we basically start with Justin's Twitter account right here, okay? We see very quickly that something Justin is doing very right is that he, right, is growing his email list, okay? He is getting people, he's very efficient at getting people from Twitter and social media, right, to following a newsletter. And none more relevant, right, than Justin is using a very new tool from Twitter, right, that they call review. They call
Yeah, this is
review,
like
and it's basically
the
yeah, go ahead, Jordan, you would know more.
yeah, no, this is like I think Twitter bought Review a couple years or a couple months ago, but yeah, this is like their now native built-in subscription. So you don't have to add your name, you don't have to add your email. If you're logged into Twitter and you're on there and you click join the subscription now, it already has, as you can see, like it already had your email logged in, ready to go. All you had to do is hit continue or confirm subscription.
I
And if
definitely
anybody's
suggest everybody
yeah,
take advantage of that too, because remember, Instagram had a little oopsie not too long ago, and people were losing their accounts. So email
Mhm.
list, email list, email list.
exactly right. Yeah. So yeah, Taylor, what Taylor's saying here, right, is that here's Justin sitting pretty with 230,000 followers on LinkedIn, right? But all of a sudden, what can happen? Those aren't your people. You don't own your Instagram followers, your LinkedIn followers, your Twitter followers, right? So what is Justin doing? He is efficiently and very efficiently, right, turning those people into newsletter subscribers, something that Twitter and LinkedIn, Facebook, whatever, cannot take away from him, right? What was that story that we had, Jordan, from we were talking with the magician guy. Why am I blanking on his name?
Yeah, yeah,
Like
Julius
the
Teen,
most
Julius Teen.
popular Julius Dean, that's right. So
Yes.
Julius Dean came to us and we were talking about how on Facebook he had something. How many impressions did he have the year before?
It's like 45 billion, like the most on Facebook.
Billion video views. And then all of a
Number
sudden, like Facebook just said, hey, we don't really like this content anymore. And his like in the previous 6 months, it was like in the tens of thousands or something, right? It's like you just
yeah,
decided we don't
just
like
yeah,
this
just
anymore.
they plummet. Yeah.
Yeah, brutal, absolutely brutal. So let's talk about this, right? What is the best way to get people off of your email list? Number one, I love that if you're on Twitter, that native subscription box is super super cool. But Jordan, let's go ahead zoom back in here for me. And so if you guys will notice, right, from Justin's social media profile, right, is that basically I'll just highlight this link right here. You get same thing as Instagram, same thing as pretty much anywhere else. TikTok's kind of the same thing as you get. Sorry about that. You get one link in your bio, right? And now what happens when you click on Justin's? Okay. When you click on Justin's, what happens next is he's going to take you back over essentially to his homepage, right? Is right back here. This is Justin's homepage. And so the banner up here I added just to kind of showcase what this is. But you'll notice, right, there's pretty much only one thing Justin really wants you to do on this page, and that is fill out this form right here, right? And become a newsletter subscriber, right? You can actually see, and I highlight it again here, is there's everything on this page is optimized to get you on the newsletter, right? So it's click the link up here in the top, right? There's another one right here up here at the top. It's just obviously the big form, center stage with again, Taylor, you're right, a very serious looking dude, huh? It's like I imagine Justin's probably pretty personable. He seems like a personable guy, but these
He
photos are
got the
very
power pose
serious.
down.
He's got the power pose down. That is correct. He is killing that power pose. So yeah, it's easy to see why, he if you're taking the numbers at face value, why he has been able to turn, you know, more than a fifth of his online audience on Twitter, right, into email subscribers, right? If it's 55,000 on the email list, right, he's doing a really good job. And so I just want to highlight if you go and you read one of his blog posts, right? So if you're on his site and you go check out one of his blog posts, what keeps happening, right? Well, what keeps happening is that again, he just continues to hound that newsletter, right? You're kind of reading, the post material is over here on the left, right? But look at this. One, two, three in the sidebar, right? Is how many different opportunities to all just join that newsletter. Everything is about joining that newsletter. And so I think
Yep.
that's a really great example, right? Of how someone is taking a social media audience and turning them into something that they own, right? You own your email list. You really don't own your social media followers. So if we keep scrolling down to the bottom, right, you go to the bottom of a blog post and it keeps going, right? Technically, this would be newsletter subscription number 4, right? I think he does another great job. Here he is, just with a nice little widget that, if you go follow Justin, you guys will hear a lot about the skill of copywriting, right? And I think it's something that Justin does a really, really good job at. And then down here at the bottom is now, this brings us back to question number 3, right? Of our takeaway kind of big 4 questions, because now here in this section right here is where Justin first starts introducing things that you can buy, right? Question number 3 of our takeover is how easy is it for someone to buy, right? How easy is it for someone to find a product and a service or something that you own, that you love, right? And that you can actually pay them money for. Not that I can go, pay I don't know, like go pay Amazon or something like that. Like we're not talking about like affiliate revenue. How easy is it to buy something that this creator owns, right?
Hmm.
Taylor, this is something you've talked about before, right? Is that you follow a lot of people. You obviously are a creator yourself, kind of, in your niche, in your world, right? It's like when you fall in love with somebody, right? It's like it's so easy to take that next step and say, hey, what do you have to buy, right? And sometimes you
Right.
just get that brick wall. You get nothing.
Yep. Yep. It's definitely something that a lot of people are really trying to like hone in on. So definitely get in on it now. People want to support you, even if it's just as simple as like a donation button. All of those things can help really increase your revenue, and being able to put that front and center so people know very quickly, how can I support you? Put it top and center. If you have any type of link that leads to any type of page, at least the first three for sure, of like, how can somebody support you? Because if they can't support you, they're going to get bored with you really fast and move on to the next. And that's money that you're missing out on.
Bingo, big time. Yeah, so that brings us really to one of the first problems that we saw, right? Which I think is kind of interesting. When you do go and join Justin's newsletter, right? Did either of you guys do this? I know I did, and I actually bought a product earlier. Like, did you guys see this at all?
No, we haven't checked it out yet.
I
Mm-mm.
was going to be curious if you guys would have caught this one or not, right? But once you join Justin's newsletter, what should happen on the next page? I'd be curious to see.
Oh yeah.
Jordan, what do you think should happen on this next page?
Oh yeah, it's your thank you page. So I think a great creator, I believe Nick Wolney does this on his page. Another digital writer out there. But on your thank you page, you should, or it's preferred or a good strategy to do, is once they've opted into your newsletter, to then show them a paid product. So if you're, hey, free product, free email, free newsletter, just drop your email. Thanks for playing. And then on your thank you page, it should be a paid product. Like, hey, and if you really love me, you can go check out this product, or this is a recommended product, buy here, buy now. Does he do that? That's the question.
That is the question. Yeah. And the answer is, here is his thank you page, right? And it's basically cool. Hey, nice. Hey, thanks for subscribing, right? All good stuff. Nothing wrong here, right? But there is no link on this page to go buy something else, right? If somebody's really hot and they're in that moment, this is your biggest single opportunity, right? How many of you guys watching this right now, when someone opts in to join your email list or SMS or anything, how many of you guys are giving them something to buy on the very next page, right? Thanks so much for subscribing, right? If you want to get started, here's my best-selling blank. Come buy it. How many of you guys give me a yes or a no, I don't do that, in the chat down below? Because this is a huge opportunity, right? Think of how many people every single day are joining this guy's newsletter, right? And then being dumped on this page where, we'll just kind of highlight what is here, right? What's here down here at the bottom, and this is not bad by any means, right? But is a bunch of links to free content, right? Here's a bunch of
Oh,
my
okay.
best
That's what I
blog
was gonna.
posts, and
That's what I was gonna
yeah,
ask. It's like this is his top content. Here's my top 5 best articles.
right. Exactly right. Yeah. But the only
Gotcha.
problem, right, is that all of these things are free. And right now you have this outsized opportunity to convert those hottest leads, hottest new folks into paying customers, right? And so recognizing that on the thank you page, always a good idea. Everybody watching, do this, right? Doesn't matter. It can be the easiest, shortest sales pitch of your life, right? But the idea is give them something to go ahead and go buy. So
Now,
now
now
that being
Scott,
said,
Scott, I got a
yeah,
question for the thank you page. So, would you recommend that on instead of those links right there, take them to a thank you page, and instead of the links being free content, you just change it to a paid product link, or do you directly link to a paid product like a Sam card page, something kind of like this, where it is like
for sure.
this is the direct time, it's direct time to make a transaction.
Yeah, for sure. My recommendation to everybody, right, is to take them to a page where they can buy on the spot, right? Shorter,
Mm.
faster, better. We'll talk about it in a little bit, but we just released this entire book called The Profit Playbook, right? And we'll walk through this a little bit. But one of the things that we talk about in the Profit Playbook, which is 53 strategies to grow your sales as a digital creator, one of the things we talk about is shorter is better. Fewer page loads, fewer clicks, fewer follow the breadcrumb trails. I mean, the shorter that process is, the better for your customers. So yeah, imagine taking someone to a page like this that we made ourselves in like the 10 minutes before this call. But imagine it, have it say, hey, thanks so much for subscribing. I would love to give you a special offer to come and join. This is what I assume is Justin's probably his best selling product. He calls it the LinkedIn operating system, right? And so it's basically, here's my game plan for growing on LinkedIn, right? Come and get it. And so yeah, imagine a page kind of like this where you could fill it out with more details. You could kind of, we can make it shorter or longer or kind of whatever you need, but then also give every single customer a chance to explore and grab the other things that he has available for sale, right? That to me is ideal, right? It's pretty ideal to give someone a chance to buy and give them someone a chance to then explore and go buy more, right? So we'll circle back. This example is something we'll definitely circle back to in just a little bit. But yeah, I think ideal situation, right? Someone joins your newsletter, give them a chance to buy right there on the spot.
Nice. Scott
Absolutely.
had a question come in. Theta Wave is asking, what's the best way to store and manage your email list?
Yeah, store and manage your email list. There are so many tools out there. A lot of them are very, very simple. A lot of them are free to get started. You know what I mean? Ones that are probably the most popular among Samcart's customers are ActiveCampaign, Mailchimp, ConvertKit is super popular. It's just there are so many things out
Yep.
there, right? If you go Google like email marketing tools, you know what I mean, for beginners or something kind of like that, you're going to find whatever one is right for you. They are all very, very similar now, very, very easy to use. Highly recommend using something like that. And then, of course, Samcart is sort of where you can start storing your customers and prospects and process your sales, all that kind of stuff. They work beautifully together. So definitely go check those things out.
That's right. Yeah. And when you're collecting emails or kind of collecting your lists, you want as much information as possible. I mean, an email address alone is fine. But if you're able to capture their first name, last name, maybe what type of person they are, that's going to be so much more helpful down the line. And when you're trying to customize your list, or like, who are we going to send a custom message to about this one particular offer? So it's like the more details you can get on the front end, the better.
Yeah, for sure. And so, for me then, the question again is how easy is it to buy? And so here's a quick overview of sort of like the products that Justin offers, right? And so he technically has two of these things over here on the far left. These are digital trainings, some might call them courses. These are he then has a subscription, right? So this one in the middle is a subscription where he kind of gives away a bunch of his best social media templates. It's $9 a month, and then for $12.50, he basically sells ad space. So he says, "Hey, in my newsletter, I'll talk about your product, and you can pay $12.50, right, to be mentioned inside of his ad space there." So realistically, it's kind of like 1, 2. This is number 3, and this is number 4 about digital products that Justin is letting someone go and buy, right? So let's go ahead and bring up my screen, and we'll go ahead and just walk through how easy is it for someone to find these things and buy, right? And so, for me, you kind of had to, so you subscribe to the newsletter, you kind of had to come back, you know what I mean, and go and check out video courses. And then I'm going to check out, the LinkedIn OS, system. Here's this, nice, well put together, sales page that has a bunch of great testimonials and stuff. He's using a tool that Jordan, I know you love here, right? Where it's just collecting a bunch of testimonials from his customers.
Yeah, testimonial.to. Yeah, you can like embed and collect video testimonials from your folks. It's like, yeah, we love it. So
yeah, and
add
here's a
add
great
it to your
example.
Samcart page.
Yeah, for sure. Add this to the Samcart sales page. Here's a great example of something like Social Proof doing the heavy lifting of selling your stuff. I mean, look at this page. Every once in a while, he kind of takes a break, and it's almost like comical, right? He's just kind of like, "Hey, are you convinced yet? Like, click here to go buy." And then it's like, "Hey, look, here's a bunch more testimonials," right? And then there's another break here in a second, and it's like, "Hey, are you convinced yet? Click here to go buy," right? It's like it's such a simple, fun way to kind of sell what he has here, right? So yeah, I mean, he's got a great, nice looking sales page right here. You're clicking over, and this is going to be come over here. Okay, so it's letting me know I actually already bought this earlier today, so that's kind of cool. But yeah, simple page to come and check out and buy this training. Here's where I really ran into my first big problem. My first big problem is, we know what tool this is, right? This is one and done sales. This is the definition of one and done sales, where all I can buy is the operating system, and that's it, right? Why? Why is that the case, right? Let's take a look again at this example. And Jordan, go ahead and drop the link in the chat. But Taylor, we talk about this all the time. I'll let you spearhead this one, right? Why is what we have on this page, right, so much more powerful and so much better for people, than one and done sales, where all you can do is grab one product, buy it, and then you kind of have to circle back to go buy something else.
Yeah, it's putting way too many steps in front of people. And again, the more time that we eat up, the more people are going to get their attention span lost. So by having additional things that they can immediately throw into their cart, it builds up a bigger thing that they can purchase. And that means more revenue for you. And he has, y'all know how I love templates. I love templates. So when I saw that, I was like, oop, that's the perfect thing to slide in there. It's not expensive at all, right? How many things do we spend $9 on that doesn't always give us back value? So that could have easily been here. And I love how we have even, hey, let's just do a trial even, just come in and see what it's about. And you'll be able to capture your audience that way and show like, hey, I actually have really good stuff for you. So if you stick around, again, it's only $9 a month. Netflix is more expensive than that, right? So go for it.
Exactly
And
right.
then his other thing
Exactly
that
right.
he has that's kind of that mid-tier, there's no opportunity to really keep that relationship going, especially when someone has gotten really emotionally attached and is like, hey, I really want to support this. If we do one and done, we're losing a lot of room to ensure that they can really take advantage of everything that you have to offer.
It's exactly right. I think if this was the only change that Justin made in his e-commerce, right, was letting customers sort of explore and buy other things with these, like just checkbox easy, add this on, right? So again, we're kind of selling product number one on this page. And again, this is a very simple kind of thing we just threw together last minute. But we're selling the link OS, right? Is his LinkedIn training. And then down here at the bottom, someone's gonna be able to come in, drop name, email, keep everything nice and short. Maybe they're gonna use Apple Pay to buy, whatever. Just keep short and sweet as possible. But then someone can say, cool, check out product number two and add it to their order, right? Why not offer somebody a free trial to that subscription, that he has running, right? And let someone add it with one click of the mouse. Why not take some of those templates that he's created over time and start selling some of them one off, right? So, anytime that you introduce and let me know, guys, those of you guys watching right now, if any of you sell a subscription, right, give me a yes in the chat box if that's something you guys do. Because if you sell a subscription, like right here, this product at the top right is a monthly template subscription. So he's basically saying $9 a month. I'll give you 5 fill in the blank social media templates that we're gonna use to create great content and bring more people into your world, right? Awesome, good value, right? Well, the moment you sell a subscription, the conversation gets a lot harder. Conversions go way down, right? Even something cheap. Conversions for like a $10 subscription are probably more similar to trying to sell like a $100 one time fee, right? It's
Mm.
just subscriptions are hard to sell. But if you make it easy, if you give people a $1 trial or a free trial, right? Think about how 30, 40, maybe even as many as 50%, we've seen that, right? Customers who come in to buy the LinkedIn course are going to say, cool, add me to the free trial, put me on the subscription, just get me in there, right? Now, the other thing you could do, right, is we could take and say, how about some of those templates that we've created? Let's sell them as one off, right? Hey, come get 15 of these templates I've delivered. 3 months would be $28 or, $27, right? I'll take a big chunk off and just 19 extra bucks. It becomes the perfect little add-on. It's so easy for someone to come in and say, yeah, add to my order, add that to my order, right? And all of a sudden you can start recognizing so much more revenue from these customers. Jordan, this is something you've done and kind of experienced firsthand, right? Is going from one and done sales to letting your customers purchase more than one thing at a given point in time, right? Like, I'm going to go ahead and place a
Yep.
test order for this because we also want to kind of showcase what the upsell, capabilities are right after this. But I just, wanted to let you kind of highlight some of that stuff.
Yeah, I mean, it's adding an order bump is a great way to even. I mean, what I've done with my course is I've brought a course back from the dead, like a course that I made years ago that I made it too big, it was too complicated, it wasn't to the right audience, and then creating my next course, third course down the road, and then saying, you know what, why don't I put that back in as an order bump, maybe lower the price a little bit, and it starts selling. People start adding it to their cart, whereas there would be no way that I could drive traffic solo to that page alone and say I'm going to sell this as a one-off product. And said like no one for like Justin, maybe no one's going to go straight to 15 writing templates, the page itself. But if you just add it in as like, hey, would you also want this, or you may maybe consider this? It seems like a no-brainer. Yeah, like of course I'm going to add that to my cart.
Exactly. Yeah. And again, I'll plug the profit playbook. We talk about this in the profit playbook. I think it's like strategy like 17 or something. I'd have to look at that. Anyway, but we're talking about order bumps. We're talking about how they do. And the number from Sam's Card to Database is that adding just one of these little checkboxes, let alone multiple, right, increases average customer value by 31%. Right. So start collecting on average 31% more money from every single customer that comes through just by adding one of these little checkboxes right here. Right. And when you add multiple, those numbers just continue to compound. So any one of you guys watching can actually go to this page right now. You can plug in your information. You can plug in our test credit card number, which is just like 4242, repeat 16 times. any future expiration date, any 3-digit security code, and actually experience what we're about to showcase right here. So I'm actually going to place a test order for this because I wanted to show, one thing I wanted to show was actually a really cool feature that I think Justin would really get a lot of value from is inside of Samcart's one-click upsells and downsells, right? Oh, and we didn't set it up. Oh, I didn't even connect it to the main product. Okay, well, let me just pull it up here because I really want to pull up the, here we go, right here.
Yeah,
So imagine purchasing, right? And going from what we just saw to this page right here, right? Is currently right now Justin is selling that content OS system and using, a one more page after to present another offer, right? Where someone can join the subscription. So he's selling the subscription as an upsell right now. My guess is it might not be doing so strong for him. It's not so well, right? But we'll talk about why. Is imagine going to a page like this where someone can choose the payment option that's right for them. Not only is it, hey,
Hmm.
I want to join, my monthly template subscription, right? But why couldn't you let someone, and let me just zoom in here, right? Why couldn't you let someone choose between paying monthly or paying yearly, right? Why couldn't you let someone choose between, monthly or a 30-day free trial? Maybe you have, the subscription is the first upsell. And if someone says no, you can take them to a new page that's like, hey, monthly templates were awesome. I know you'd love them, right? But I get it. Like, it's tough to get one more subscription. How about take a 30-day free trial, right? There's so many ways to kind of mix and match this stuff up together,
Yeah,
right?
Scott,
The
go
features,
to
yeah, go ahead.
the Samcard settings for this product and like show folks how easy it is to kind of swap in like different upsells. Like right here, this is your upsells page. Like you have all these different test products that you can kind of throw into people. Like, hey, do you want this? Do you want this? Like, as you can do split testing, and then go to this hero product for Justin, the operating system.
Cool. Yeah. So let me go ahead and pull this up and we'll kind of see, just how easy it is. And it is this one. Where did it go? Hold on. We had it. There we go, right here.
There it
This
is.
is the one we want right here. Whoop.
Oh
So
no, no,
yeah, you're gonna open up this product right here.
yeah,
We added a bunch of order bumps and things. Actually, you know what? I pulled up the wrong one again. Jordan, I did it again. Let me make sure I pull up the right product,
the
and then we'll
blue one.
talk
There
about
it
it.
is.
That's the one I wanted. So yeah, for you guys, you come into this product right here. I'd go to the payments tab, and this is where I can choose to say, hey, allow credit card, allow PayPal, allow digital wallets, right? This is where I could add other payment options. So, let's just say Justin wanted to add on a payment plan, right? And hey, don't pay 150 bucks, pay 3 payments of 50 bucks or something like that, right? Add those kind of things in there. And then we go to this upsells tab, and this is why I really, really recommend Samcart Grow to anybody who's serious about this level of thing, right? Samcart Grow is our most popular plan, and it's what includes everything you see here. And so this is where I get to see all the products I've ever made, and I can add on, hey, which ones do I want to sell as order bumps, right? And I decide, okay, how do I want them to be oriented? Do I want them side by side? Do I want them in a grid? Do I do all these kind of things, right? And you come down here to the bottom, and this is where you're going to upload, the images of what they are and add that quick kind of like, preview text or something kind of like that. And then at the very top of this page is where I decide, okay, what do I want to show after? What one-click upsells or downsells? What else do I want to sell after someone is done buying, right? Because we take someone to a page like this, and this is another one, right? We talk about in the profit playbook, right? But if you guys do not have at least a single one-click upsell in place, you're missing out major, okay? This one-click upsell, sending someone to a page where their credit card is stored on file after they buy, right? And potentially getting to do this 2 or 3 times, right? Is adding 68% to average order value for people who use this, right? So you can see how basically the idea here, right, is that one of these bumps, just one, all right? We talk about pretty cool that you can do 3, 4, 5, however many you want. One of these bumps, right? And then sending to a page like this after and giving somebody one more thing to discover and buy, right, is doubling average order value. 68% plus 31%. Samcart's database basically says we are doubling average order value just by having these things in place, right? And that is a really, really exciting number. So,
I want to bring up.
it's so, yeah, Jordan, go ahead.
Hey Scott, yeah, I want to bring up what Mike was hinting at here. He goes, here's the thing: Justin builds his audience with all the free content. The value of the sponsorship depends on the audience engagement. Free is a strategic decision. Then he goes to note and say, that said, once you decide to buy, he does make it hard to get all his stuff. And what's going on in my mind, I kind of want to ask you about this. Like his strategy is like newsletter, 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 free newsletter. Like it hammer it home. Like this is free. Go get the newsletter.
Totally.
And if he does ever promote a product, it's just one product, or it's like, you're doing this kind of free route, like, hey,
Right.
everything's free, content's free, here you go, here you go.
Right.
And it's like, when do you do that payoff, or when it's time, that one time that you ask your free subscriber to say, I'm ready to buy, here's the link, and you just show them one product, that is such a missed opportunity. When you say, like, I've been following your list for a year now, I want
Yeah.
everything, I want the whole system, and you're just showing me one product at a time.
Exactly right. Why do you give away free, 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 free? Like somebody like Justin has a lot of equity in his list. You know what I mean? Has a lot of equity in his audience that because he's a great teacher, he's a great communicator, you know what I mean? He gives away a lot of awesome stuff, which by the way, again, we'll give another plug. There's Go follow Justin on Twitter and LinkedIn and go give him a shout out. He's a great follow, a great guy to learn from. But yeah, I mean, the idea here is that you do free, 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 so that when you are ready and you want to cash in and it becomes so easy. Justin could probably put almost anything in front of his audience, and a lot of people are going to go buy it because he's someone that makes it very easy to fall in love with him, to learn from him. You know what I mean? Taylor, does anybody come to mind for you that like you and your traveling of, just different creators that you follow and stuff like that, who are just so good at giving stuff away that like if they were like, hey, buy this signed 8x10 of me, you know what I mean? Like you'd be like, yep, okay, I'll buy it.
Yeah, there's several, and I really like Mike's comment too, because I think one thing that comes out of it is, even though like this strategy seems to be working well, I like that he, shares a product every Friday for somebody to check into because he has such an engaged list. But the opportunity that I see missed is, well, two things. A, sponsors can go away at any time, just like social media. So kind of, yes, we want the engagement, yes, we want to have sponsors to be able to kind of take the load to offer more free content, because it does give that opportunity. But if all advertisement stuff shuts down, then what? And then secondly, if I'm new, because Justin's new to me, right? So if I'm new and I'm like,
Right.
actually, y'all know, again, I like templates, let me check out this template thing, and I've never seen anything else from him, but I'm really drawn into this one thing, I could go in and do a one and done,
Right.
and that's it. And I'll never really understand or know the quality of what he offers, because I have no other opportunity to actually engage in his other stuff. So I,
Big time.
I, I think the strategy is great, but also think about those one-off people who come in who are just curious, or YouTube decides to suggest it to them, or on Twitter, or on LinkedIn, and you don't have that large window of opportunity, or that long relationship that some people have with him in order to get something. And I know we don't always want to be like use pushy card salesman kind of thing, but if I'm inspired and all I know is, hey, I need a template to help me write stuff to grow my email list, I want 55,000 people on my email list, right? If
Yeah.
that's the only opportunity
Right.
that I have, and he's got a course to back those templates, he just missed out on being able to sell me more.
For sure. And I think this is so great. Mike is obviously someone who's been on Justin's list for a while and kind of been around his world. You know what I mean? Again, we're kind of high level looking down on somebody who we're just exploring and researching more recently, right? But Mike is basically saying that on Fridays, right, Justin links to one of his products to go buy. So I'm sure it's probably an email letter, email newsletter, something kind of like that. And it's such a nice insider look, right, at the idea. What is the overall strategy from someone who's doing very well, right? We're establishing Justin as an authority, someone to watch and to emulate, right? Is someone who gives free, 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 right? So that every so often, every once a week on Fridays or like that, it becomes very easy for him to say, hey, by the way, if you want to go check out this product, go do it. And I'm sure a lot of people take action. You know what I mean? And it's a great model for all of us, for people who don't want to be too pushy or want to be too salesy, right? But how much better could we be doing is when you as a creator, when you're ready to go cash in, when you're ready to say, hey, here's my product, once a week, once a month, once a quarter, whatever it is that you guys want to go do, right, is have these things in place so that customers can explore, find more of your stuff, bring more back in. You know what I mean? That you can recognize 1.5 times the revenue per customer that you are now, right? Even 2 or 3 times the revenue. And I'm getting blown. This is the second call I've had on this thing. What is that? I don't know who's on my do not disturb list, right? But I need to adjust my Apple focus, I guess is what's going on. But that's exactly right. You just want to create situations where new people, old people alike, you know what I mean? You're investing and giving and learning and teaching and doing all that kind of stuff, so that when it comes time to cash in, you know what I mean? It's such an easy thing. And then you just grease that slide and make it so much easier for customers to come in, find more stuff, right? And do all that good stuff. So, and of course, we didn't even touch on all the awesome back end stuff. You know what I mean? If you're someone who's selling subscriptions, right? The subscription saver built into Sam Card is like worth its weight in gold, right? Something that has saved $500 million for all of our customers, right? By proactively recovering declined subscriptions and all that kind of stuff like that. I'm sure Justin's dealing with. There's the whole reporting suite. There's UTM tracking. There's an affiliate suite. There's all this kind of stuff on the back end of your business, right? That we just here on Tuesday Takeover, we focus on that front end. We focus on the important stuff, right? But I think, yeah, Justin Welsh, somebody who is doing a great job, absolutely worth emulating, and I think has room to continue to grow with the right tools for the job, right? If we were to give him the right tools for his e-commerce, I believe very strongly in how much better he could be doing, as someone who is really locked in on growing a list, creating value, right, and is starting to scratch the surface of how well he can monetize for sure.
Perfect. Let's take some Sam card questions, business questions. I think Alternate Image added this comment here. I love the setup. My current process isn't as streamlined as it can be. Too many manual steps. I'll be starting a trial soon prior to Black Friday. I'm excited. Well, welcome to Sam
Love
Card
it.
eventually.
Listen,
Come on
Black
down.
Friday, you know what I mean, is it. Like if there was ever a time, you know what I mean, where you wanted to come in here and let me actually just show you. We're getting ready to launch a template into every single Sam card account. That if I just actually, Jordan, hide my page real quick, and I'll be right back. Okay, hold on, and I'll bring it right back. We are. I need to go somewhere very secret and very private to find this thing right now. But wanted to pull up. Bring me back up. This page right here. This
Good
is
at
a
computer,
brand new
aren't you?
template. Yeah, right. That's exactly right. We have this is a brand new template that is going to be live inside of every single Sam card account. It is based off of exactly what we've done to run our own Black Friday sales for the last couple months. And so, in addition to this template, we're also going to be giving away a ton of awesome stuff to every single Sam card customer. This template is going to every single Sam card customer. There's a bunch of pre-designed email templates and SMS templates. There's a video sales script. There's a whole ton of stuff that you're going to get if you're on Sam Card Grow or Scale. We're going to be giving away to you guys. But the template you guys see here is ready to go. It is ready for you to come in, plug in your special bonuses, plug in your brand logo, plug in, the details about whatever it is that you're ready to sell, and you will be off to the races this Black Friday, right? So it is a massive opportunity. I always like to refer to, Black Friday as sort of like the digital commerce, like it's the Super Bowl. You know what I mean? What was it? It was 111% growth year over in number of people who made a sale online on Black Friday last year, right? And so just Black Friday just continues to blow up. People are out there, they're looking for deals, they're looking for stuff. And yeah, I mean, certainly we have the tools that are going to help all of you guys. Any one of you guys who is a Sam Card customer can expect this template in your account in just a matter of days. Stay tuned for that. We'll be making a big announcement and everything.
Love it. Next question is, what about a $1 trial that ups? I think this is when we were showing Justin's like subscription free trial into a full trial order bump.
Right.
What about $1 trial that ups to a full price in 2 months? Is it possible? How do I customize that? It's totally customizable. The subscription trial features, however you want to do it. It's how you want to do it.
Absolutely. Yeah. So, you go in, you create a product in Sam Card, you give it we call it a paid trial, right? Is what we call it. And so what he's saying is, okay, cool. How about, we land on a page like this where, Justin or somebody's selling, product A, and then we're going to come down to the bottom and imagine selling a $1 trial into his subscription, right? So you want to come in, you could literally have a pay what you want product that's free. And then here's a $1 trial until 30 days of my subscription, right? And that product would basically just have what's called a paid trial. You set it as $1, and then you set what is the subscription price after the trial's over, right? So it'd be $1, and then 14 days from now or 30 days from now, right, we're going to start charging $14 a month. And then that is ongoing. And of course, all of those things protected by Subscription Saver. There's the Customer Hub where your customers can manage and cancel their own subscriptions, update their card on file. A lot of awesome stuff to dive into there. But yeah, absolutely. $1 trial of your subscription, free trial of your subscriptions, right? Give people the options to pay monthly or pay yearly, right? All of those different things. There's just so much opportunity for you guys to continue to test and test and test and find out what your audience is going to just start eating up.
Love it. That is our show, folks. Go and get your phone out, get your QR code ready to scan the Profit Playbook. Scott, show us a nice picture of the Profit Playbook. And if you join us, boom, there we go. If you join us this Thursday in 2 days at, I believe, 11 a.m. Eastern, we're going to be discussing another lesson from the Profit Playbook. We've got 53 strategies to go through. We did strategy number 1. last week. And this week, what are we doing? Strategy number 7, Scott, I
I
believe?
think we're doing strategy number 7. Taylor, have you read the Profit Playbook yet? I know it's been passed around quite a bit.
I haven't received my copy, so we'll work
maybe
that
you should give me a moment. Maybe, huh?
out.
This is it. Let's take a look. This is strategy number 19. We talked about it here today, but this is boosting value with one-click upsells. And let's see if it's gonna. There we go.
Oh, there we go.
68%, right? Higher average order value. There we go. Now it's coming to focus. 68% higher average order value with one single one-click upsell, right? And this is, we talk in depth about what this feature is and how it could be used and all this kind of stuff. If you love the content we're sharing here on the Tuesday Takeover, go get the Profit Playbook. It is literally free, right? All we're asking is to just, let us know where your business is at, and we'll see if Samcart's a fit. I mean, it's easy to see what we're doing here. You know what I mean? But the numbers, the value, the training that's in this kind of thing is unbelievable. It is all the information from us studying $3 billion worth of sales from the Samcart database that our customers do, everything that we do, everything we see our top customers doing. It made it into this book. 53 individual strategies, like one-click upsells is just one of them, okay? Using order bumps and how to use order bumps is just one of them. There are so many things in here. Go get your free copy. There's a QR code right here on the screen. Scan it. Let us know. We will send you a digital copy to your email inbox. You can download and take for free. Right now, it's free. We don't know if it's going to stay free. Genuinely haven't thought through it that hard just yet. But right now, it's free. Go check it out.
That's it. That's our show, folks. See you in 2 days for the Profit Playbook, and then we'll be here next week, same time, same place, Tuesday at 4 p.m. Eastern for another Tuesday Takeover. My name is Jordan P. Anderson, lead creative producer, Taylor Danielle, Team Samcart, and co-founder Scott Moran. Thanks for watching, everybody. Bye. Love you.
See you later.
Bye.